Hi guys. So I was grading your papers on dividing fractions, and I decided maybe that's something we need to take a look at again. So I have one more worksheet for you, and I am going to explain dividing fractions, and hopefully this will help. So when you are dividing fractions, so let's take 2/3 divided by 1/2. Okay. What you do is you keep this one, keep it, don't change it. Change to times, and then flip this one. Take the reciprocal, okay? So this is going to become 2/3. Don't change the first one. Do not. Change the divide to times, and then you have to change the second one. You can't randomly change an operation without changing something else. So we're going to flip this or take the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2/1. Okay, now we can multiply. So now we get 2 times 2 over 3 times 1, which is 4/3. Okay, when you're multiplying, do not multiply these two. Okay, don't multiply these two. You multiply straight across, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Okay, I have had people simply change the multiplication and not change either of the fractions. I've had people flip both fractions and make a multiplication. That is incorrect, okay? The other thing that we had some problems with was with whole numbers. So if we have 4 is the same as 4/1, okay? The reciprocal, or the flip, is going to be 1/4. All right. So now if we are multiplying, well, if we're dividing, let's divide 4/5 divided by 2. Okay. 2 is a whole number. A whole number can always be put over 1, excuse me. So now we can rewrite this. Keep the first, 4/5, change to multiplication, and flip this one. Take the reciprocal, times 1/2. Okay, and that's going to give us 4 times 1 over 5 times 2, which is 4/10. Okay, the other place there was a confusion was when the whole number was in front. So with the whole, well, let me go back. So if I do 6 times 1/4, 6 times 1/4. Well, that's going to be the same. I'm sorry, I'm going to make this divide. 6 divided by 1/4, right? So I'm going to change that to 6 times 4/1, right? It's not 6 times 4 and 6 times 1, because this 6 is the same as 6/1 times 4/1, okay? So now it becomes 6 times 4/1 times 1, which is 24/1, or you can just write that as 24, okay? One more, just to have another example. 7/9 divided by 3. 7/9 divided by 3. Keep in mind, that's the same as 7/9 divided by 3/1. So we flip this one. That's going to be 7/9 times 1/3. Okay. Then we get 7 times 1, 9 times 3, and that is 7/27. All right. So divide to multiply. Keep, change to times, and flip. All right. So to go from a dividing fractions to multiplying fractions, keep the first, well, let me go with this one. Keep the first, change to multiply, and flip this fraction. Take the reciprocal. So keep the first, change to multiply, flip. Okay. only flip the second one. Only the second, not both. And make sure you flip it, or you're just changing the problem altogether. All right, so on that note, there will be another worksheet. That other worksheet looks like this. And it's pretty good. It walks you right through the operation. So if you look, here's your division, okay, and that becomes keep the first 3/4, change this to multiply, and then flip this, and then get your answer. This whole worksheet is going to walk you through that. They start you out with the first two. All you have to do is find the answer. Actually, the first three, they completely do for you. The fourth one, take the flip. Flip this second number, okay? Remember to keep everything separate, okay? So here's your problem, right? Here's what you change it to, and then your answer. Don't get confused that there's so many numbers there. Make sure that when you get down here, and in fact, I will do number 5 for you. So you might want to write this down so that when you get to number 5, you have the answer. We're going to keep the first, keep. So that becomes 3/8. Okay. We're going to change this to times. So there's our times. And then we're going to flip this one. I'm calling it a flip. It's the reciprocal, but flip might be easier to remember. It's certainly easier to write. So flip means the 5 goes on top, the 2 goes on the bottom, and now I have 3 times 5 is 15, and 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, so that is kind of a revisit of dividing fractions. There is the one worksheet. Do all 14 problems. 1 through 4 are almost done for you. And follow the example at the top. Okay, make sure you're following it. And by all means, read this if you need extra clarification. The only thing I want to end with is there are only 2 weeks left until the end of the marking period. I am just about done with fractions. I want to do something with mixed numbers and improper fractions. So for those of you who have not been doing work all marking period, this is your last chance. Okay, week 16 will drop off this week. So if you owe me anything from week 16, make sure you get that done. Week 17 was only Moby Mag, so there's nothing to do there. Week 18 was last week. I have several people that have zeros across the board on there. Go back and check it out. So I will probably keep from week 18 on out there until the end of the marking period, since it is just 2 weeks now. If you have any questions, make sure that if you are in class, you ask me. If you are not in class, send me a quick email. I can go online with you if I need to. So with that in mind, please, please, please do your best. Finish strong. Let's see what we can do the last 2 weeks of the marking period. All right, guys, good luck with the division of fractions, and please let me know if you have any questions.